What is going on, my 100 octane powered YouTube compadres? I am back with the F900R at the beautiful beaches of San Diego, and I thought I'd come out here and let you guys know that I am saying farewell to my F900R. And I have my reasons for selling this bike, and I wanted to talk to you guys about that. I've been sitting here trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to compose this episode and say my farewell and explain to you guys why I'm selling the bike, and I just recently got it. How come I'm selling it? And so you might have a lot of questions, and I wanted to, trying to come up with all the questions that you might have so that I can answer them in this video preemptively. So that being said, I think now we should get on the road and discuss this in depth. So honestly, I think I took full advantage of owning this motorcycle for this entire 2-month duration that it's been mine. I think it's been 2 months, maybe it's a little longer, who knows. But I think I've used it to its maximum potential. I took it to a track day event, I did drag race event with it as well, took it on a road trip. I've done about 1,500 miles with it. I am losing money because I'm selling the bike, but at the same time I created some amazing videos with it, and I've gained a lot of subscribers as a result. I have so much content that you can go ahead and watch. I've created a playlist now that this is the last video in the series of this F900R. You can go back and check all of them out now. So up on the top, I'm going to link a playlist where you can see all the F900R and XR videos, as I've done some videos with that as well, but pretty comparable bikes. So that being said, it's the end of the road for me in the F900R. I feel like I just don't enjoy riding it as much anymore. I initially bought it because I wanted it to be a comfortable bike. And yes, it is a comfortable bike. And yes, it has a great LCD dash. It has all the electronics, the bells and whistles that you could imagine on a $9,000 base motorcycle. It's amazing. 6-axis IMU. Now, I'm not going to talk about all that stuff because I already have a video of the 5 things that I love about this bike, and I might have gone way past the 5 things. But regardless, I got a lot of things that I talk about in that video. I just want you to realize that I'm not shitting on the bike. My reasons for selling the bike are varied. Number one, I've gotten everything out of it. I've created as many videos as I could. There's really not that much modifications left for this bike. I'm really looking for a tail tidy for the motorcycle. I can't really find one. It's taking weeks for it to come. And as I talked about in my 5 things that I hate about this motorcycle, it's a goddamn heavy bike, man. This thing is huge. 465 pounds. I might just tip it over one day, and I don't want that to be the case. I want to install some frame sliders, and currently nothing exists on the market for it. And so, with no modifications left for it, and my YouTube channel is currently growing at a rapid pace. I'm getting about 400 to 500 new subscribers per month. I'm starting to run out of content, to be honest with you. And I was thinking to myself, I am losing money by selling this back to Gary, who I originally purchased this from, but I am probably going to get another motorcycle that replaces this, so that this way I can create some additional content for you guys. Right now, the growth of this channel is very, very important for me. YouTube is something that I started last year. It's almost been a year now, and I've committed myself to it. It's a commitment. I've committed to doing at least 3 episodes per week. New episodes airing Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. That is what the current schedule is like. Maybe it'll change in the future, but that's what the current schedule is like. And I've committed myself. And as a result of this commitment, I have to do everything that I could potentially have the power to do to make sure the content stays current, fresh, and entertaining and informative for you guys. And to be honest with you, just getting on this motorcycle and riding it around and being a talking head is not my idea of creating an informative, entertaining, and educational type of content that does well on YouTube. The kinds of content that I create on my channel, they have to be informative, they have to be educational, and they have to be entertaining. All those 3 combinations are what makes the videos on my channel great. and this is what I strive to create. So I was thinking to myself, with no modifications left, I really can't provide any value to you guys. I just don't want to be another talking head with a motorcycle. There's plenty of them out there doing hooligan things, doing speed run videos, canyon chasing, canyon carving, all that junk. That's just not me. That's not what my channel's about. You know, I want to be one of the more respectable riders. Yes, I do have videos on my channel where I do a little bit speeding here and there, but that's not what my channel is primarily for. I'm sure I can get creative here and there, but I just don't want to create content and force it. You know, like forcing it is something I don't want to do, and I want to be able to enjoy myself and make sure it's enjoyable for you guys as well. The other reason why I'm selling the bike is because I've been having this cold start issue that just won't go away. I'm already almost at 1,500 miles, and the cold start issue keeps happening. Like last time on my other video, where this was a couple of days ago, 5 reasons why five reasons why I like this bike, or whatever the title was, that it didn't happen then. So it can't make up its mind whether it wants to work one day or not. I don't know, man. It's difficult, you know. Like, these are decisions I'm left with at the end of the day. Just not happy with the build quality, I guess. But who knows? Like, these BMWs are, you know, the same thing is happening to many other people. If you read the comment section for my 1,500 mile review, you're going to notice that a lot of people had the same issues that I did, and then they went away eventually. So if you decide to buy this motorcycle, don't worry, it may or may not happen to you, because the first try doesn't start, but the second try definitely does. So it's not like you're going to be stranded somewhere. And once it does start and you ride it throughout the day and you start it and stop it multiple times, the bike turns on right away on the first start. It's just a cold start issue that this bike has. But it's the first model year. Do expect a couple of niggles here and there. They're not deal breakers. It's just stuff that you either got to tolerate or don't. And I just choose not to tolerate it because I've just been used to having a higher standard. But for a lot of people, this is really not an issue. Maybe it won't be for you. Who knows? It's up to you to decide that. So the second reason why, the third I should say, reason why I'm selling this bike is because of this quick shifter. The quick shifter between first and second gear and then second to third is jerky. It jerks you back. It upsets the suspension, and I don't like that. So once again, you know, I've just been used to having a higher standard when it comes to motorcycles. You know, in 1 year, right? In 1 year, I've done about 15,000 miles riding 25 different motorcycles reviewed on this channel. And so my standards are a lot higher than most people's, because I've just seen what's out there, from sport bikes to upright bikes like this, and I kind of, you know, gotten a bitter taste in my mouth with the way the shifter works on this. It's just not smooth, and I'm looking for a smooth shifter. Now, some of you might disagree. You might say the quick shifter on this motorcycle is meant to be ridden on a performance situation, like when I went to the track. Now, you might have a point, but at the same time, I'd like to disagree with that, simply because quick shifters are pretty seamless and smooth these days. They're very, very smooth, all the way from 15-20 miles an hour to redline. I've ridden the Street Triple RS, very smooth. Most of the Ducatis are very smooth. Some of the other BMWs are very smooth. It only happens with this motorcycle, the F900R. The initial one that I test rode, the blue merino one, that got me to buy this motorcycle eventually, that had the same problem, but because, you know, I only had it for a few hours, I didn't realize it as much. But when you own the bike and you ride it all the time, little things start to bother you. And, you know, for a motorcycle that is about $11,000-$12,000, you're thinking to yourself, why should it happen? Because it's an expensive motorcycle. It's a BMW. It's not like some no-name brand, and the standard should be a lot higher. The bar should be a lot higher. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Write down in the comment section down below. Does your F900 have these same issues as me? If yes, comment down below. If no, still comment down below. I want to have your opinion as well. I want you to let me know what you think. But I'll tell you one thing though, this bike handles phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Kind of like throws itself into the corners. It's very comfortable, super comfortable to ride. For you, this might be an absolutely perfect motorcycle. Don't worry about why I'm selling the bike. I'm not telling you not to buy it. I think it's a phenomenal bike for the right person. it's probably not right for me at this point because of my reasons. The longer I own this bike and the longer I started riding motorcycles, and then I rode my friend ZX6R, like I realized, because I'm so new into riding motorcycles to begin with, I realized that one of the most important things for me is sound. And although this bike sounds good stock, it doesn't sound really good, and there's really not that many exhausts available for it at the current moment. So I don't want to have to wait a few months, maybe even a whole year, to find out what kind of exhausts become available for this motorcycle. Because the motorcycle is so new, nothing is really available for it at the current moment. So on my channel, if this was a bike that was already established, I would have created an exhaust video, a build installation for it, you know, fender eliminator installation video. I would have done all these things for the bike. I would have had like 15 videos in a span of a few months if all these things were available, but they're really not. So it's not really that fun to ride anymore in its stock form, because I want to change all these things and I can't, and I really can't make any more videos out of it. So these are my dilemmas, my boys. So at the current moment, I am headed to BMW Motorcycles of San Diego. As I mentioned, Gary is willing to buy back the motorcycle from me. I am going to take a loss on it, but that's okay, because after this I'm probably going to get another motorcycle. You're just going to have to stay tuned to find out what's going to replace this. So thank you so much for joining me once again for another episode. I think you should buy this bike if you're interested. I got tons of videos for it, so make sure to check out all the videos, so this way you can give you some more information to see if it's right for you or not. And stay tuned to find out what bike replaces this on the channel. Something is definitely coming, so stay tuned. Take care, guys. Stay safe out there. Ciao for now. Alright, well, here she is, back at BMW of San Diego, where I originally picked her up. Hello, are you home? How's everything with you? Gary told you?
Yeah, we're buying your bike?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Sayonara to the bike.
Yeah, he said you got an R6?
I bought an R6.
Cool.
Yeah.